Hello again. We are back to the tutorial and playthrough, and this time we are diving into Set a Watch. In Set a Watch, you are playing as a group of adventurers who are traveling toward a certain location because a creature that is slain is being resurrected there. So they're traveling there to slay it again. On your way, you camp at different locations and face different creatures on the way as well. As usual, I'm going to talk about components as I'm setting up the game, so let's get to setup. So first thing you need to do is set up this board. This board is just a box. When you open it, it becomes a board where you can see the horde, the unused location, the location, and the camp action. I'm going to talk about each of them more later. Then you need to set up your adventures. In the game, you're always playing with 4 adventures. No matter how many players are in the game, you're always playing with 4 adventures. So you choose the adventure. On the adventure board, you can see first the class. So today I'm playing with the wizard, the warrior, the rogue, and the ranger. Here you can see the dice. The red ones are D6, the blue ones are D8. That's the dice they use. Here you can see the attack type. So this is range, this is melee. The range one can attack the first and the second creature in line. The melee one can attack only the first creature in line. I'm going to talk about that more when we get to watch phase. Here you can see there are special camp actions. I'm going to explain that when we get to the camp action. And here you can see 3 ability slots. So each adventure has 5 ability cards. Here the ability is ready. If it's flipped, you can see this sign, the ability is exhausted. I'm going to talk about ability more, but for now, for the setting up, 2 of the ability comes in ready, 1 of them already exhausted. So you choose randomly. I have 5 ability cards here. I'm rolling a d6. 2, we have the curse. I'm rolling a d4. 1, we have polymorph. And I'm rolling a d6 divided by 2 rounded up for these 3. 4, we have Chaos Blast already exhausted. The rest of them, just keep them nearby. I'm going to talk about that more later during the campaigns. So you do the same for all adventures. I'm doing it for the warrior. 1, we have Cleave. 3, we have Giant's Bane. And 1, we have Throw Axe already exhausted. Do this for the ranger. 2, we have the long shot. 4, elf senses. And 1, sharpshooter already exhausted. And lastly, we do it for the rogue. 5, stay dead. 1, smoke bomb. And 2, poison blade already exhausted. And last thing you need to do is giving them set of dice. As I said, the blue ones get a d8. The red ones get d6. And that's your character setup. Then you need to set up your map deck. So these are the different locations you are going to see during the game. Here you can see the fire modifier of the location. I'm going to talk about fire later. Here you can see the number of creatures that you see. Here you can see the name. And here you can see the location ability. This is the effect that the location has when it's enters the game. You can also see for them the location type. These are the respite location. This is the final location. These don't have any type. These are just normal location. So you take the respite and the final locations out. From the rest of them, you shuffle them and take 8 out. So we have these 8 locations. The rest of the location, just keep them here for now. I'm going to talk about it in a second. Then from the final locations that you have, you either take one randomly or if you choose one and put at the bottom of this location. If you only have the base game, you only have this one. So it doesn't matter, it's only this one. But if you have expansions, you can either choose one of them or randomize one and put at the bottom of this location deck. So we are going through 8 locations and the final locations. Then the location that weren't added here, you take them and shuffle the respite locations in them. These will go to the unused location. So this is your map deck. This is your unused location. I'm going to talk about unused location more later. Then you need to set up your creatures. So let's talk about creatures first. Here you can see the base health. Sometimes there is a difference between health and base health. That's why the distinction matters. This is the base health. I'm going to talk about the differences more during the game. This is the damage they do. Here you can see the name and the power text. The power text could be when revealed, so when revealed you immediately resolve it. It could be first position, whenever the creature gets to the first position you resolve it, or when defeated, which means when you are defeated, resolve it. And you can also see the creatures type down here. The unhallowed type of creature, the special kind of creature. First thing you need to do is set up your unhallowed deck. So you take your unhallowed creatures, shuffle them, and put one here in the hold. So I put one here in the hold. Thematically, this is the creature that is being resurrected in the last location. We are going to face that. I'm going to talk about that more later. From the rest of them, you count 7. And you put them face up. The rest of them, whatever that's not counted, is out of the game. So you always know the next unhallowed that is coming up, but you don't know what's in here. Then you need to decide the difficulty that you want to play the game. So there's 4 summon in the game. You decide the difficulty by choosing how many summon you are leaving in the game. Easy one, you only leave 1 in. Normal 2, hard 3, and insane 4. I am going to play with normal mode today because I want to make sure that I will get to the last location and play a whole game to be able to teach all of it. So these 2 are out of the game. Then from the rest of the creatures, you take at least 2 acolytes out. Then you shuffle your creatures deck and take 28 of them. So I'm going to count 28. The rest of them are out of the game. I'm just going to count this again just to be sure. Eight. Then you shuffle these 2 acolytes into your creature deck. Then you divide this creature deck to as many piles as you have summoned in the game. And you make the piles as equal as possible. In this case, we can make it exactly equal because there are 30 cards here and 2 summons. But if there were, for example, 4 summons here, you make those 4 piles as equal as possible. So there will be 2 piles of 8, 2 piles of 7. But in this case, as I said, I just make 2 piles of 15. Then you shuffle a summon into each pile. The first pile, I shuffle the second one, and they just go over each other. And that's our creature deck. Then you put this fire token at 7. If you want to make it harder, you can roll a d6, put at any number that comes up. But if you're playing it normally, you just put it at 7. And you have this rest token, you just keep them nearby. I'm going to talk about them. By the way, on the other side of the adventures board is a quick reference. Just take one of the characters that are not in the game, flip it, and you can use this as a reference. I'm just going to put this off camera for now, I don't need it. But for your first game, it's a good idea to keep it nearby. So here's how I'm going to go through this tutorial. I'm going to play the first round. During the first round, I try to explain as much as I can. Then at the end of the first round, I'm going to talk about the win and lose condition. I think it will make more sense that way if you know how the game plays and what's the point of ability cards and so on, and then talk about the win and lose condition. So on each round, first thing you do, reveal a new location and modify the fire by whatever is shown here. For example, in this case, it goes -4, so it goes from 7 to 3, except for the first one. So in the first one, you don't do the fire modifier, but from each round after that, you need to apply the fire modifier. This is the number of creatures that you're going to see in this location, and here is the location ability. So we are in Sea Fortress. What's the ability? If an unhallowed is summoned here, place the summon card at the bottom of the creature deck instead of discarding it to the graveyard. Then each adventurer roll their dice. So for the warrior, we have a 2, a 4, and an 8. For the wizard, we have a 1, a 2, and a 3. The rogue has a 2, a 4, and a 4. And the ranger will have a 2, a 5, and a 7. Now, each round, one adventurer rests in the camp. The rest of them go to the watch. So you choose one adventurer to go to the camp. And as you have seen, there are 8 locations and a final location. There won't be any camp phase in the last location. So for the other 8 locations, each adventurer must go to camp exactly twice. Alright, I need to choose someone to send to the camp. I think I send the rogue to the camp. So whenever they go to the camp, you give them this token to show that they've gone to the camp. The next time they go to the camp, you flip it to the other side that says ×2, and that's the 2 times that they went to the camp during the game. So the rogue goes to the camp. Whenever the character goes to the camp, it immediately refreshes one of their abilities. Now I can use this dice to do the camp actions. What are the camp actions? You can use a die to chop wood. You can do that up to 3 times per round. Whenever you chop wood, the fire goes up by 2. Other thing you can do is scout ahead. When you scout ahead, you look at the top 2 cards here and decide to keep it on top or bottom. You can do it up to 3 times per round. But if you are using it more than once, the next die that you use should always be higher than the die before. If you have a die that is 4 or higher, you can check the map. You can do that only once per round. When you check the map, you look at the top card here, the top card here. You decide to keep them the way they are or swap them. Once per round, you can equip. Whenever you equip, you change one of these abilities with one of these abilities. The ability that you change always come in the same state. So if the ability exhausted, the new ability is also exhausted. If it's refreshed, the new ability also comes refreshed. If you have exactly 6, you can heal. When you heal, you refresh one of the abilities that are exhausted. And each character has its own special camp action. For example, in the case of Rogue, it has prepared, perform an equip action. You may then choose an adventure on the watch to perform an equip action. So it's a better version of equip. You equip and another adventure equip. And you can do the runes action. These are the runes action are these 3 that you can see at the back of the card here. The special thing about runes action is that you have to do at least 2 of them. So you can't do only 1 rune action. And the dice that you're using for runes action has to be equal. So you need at least a double to be able to do the runes action. For example, in this case, in the case of Rogue, I can do these 4 to do 2 of the actions here. If you have triple, you can of course do all the 3. So what are the rune action? You can vanquish. Whenever you vanquish, you draw the top card from the horde and remove it from the game. That will make your last battle a little easier. I'm going to talk about last battle. You can seal. So during the game, these unhallowed get summoned. After they defeated, they go to the graveyard. When you seal them, you take them out of the graveyard, put it at the bottom of the unhallowed deck. And you can do bolster. Whenever you bolster the adventure on the watch, choose to reroll as many dice as they want. Alright, I'm in camp with the rogue. I'm going to do prepared, so I do an equip action. I do an equip action and another adventure does an equip action. I'm going to change this state there with the backstab. And another adventure get to do an equip action. I think I do it for the wizard. I'm changing this shock bolt with this chaos blast. The chaos blast was exhausted, so this shock bolt comes also exhausted. I have 2 more dice left. With one of them, I'm scouting ahead. Maybe I should have used the 4 here. If I want to scout ahead twice, I can use the 2 and the 4 here. Yeah, let me change that. I would have kept the 2 here. I would have used my 4 for prepared. Now I use my 2 to scout ahead. So I draw 2. We have the bear and we have the grave shifter. I'm fine with both of them. I'm keeping both of them on top. I have another dice. I'm going to chop wood, increase the fire by 2. Then we go to the watch phase. In the watch phase, we are facing that many creatures, so 7 creatures. These 3 adventurers that are in the watch need to defeat these creatures that we are facing. Then we reveal as many creatures as the fire lets us. So we reveal the first creature, and you reveal and resolve them one by one, because it's possible that the first creature that you draw bring the fire down to the point that you can see the next creature. So you draw and resolve them one by one. So what's the ability here? Swap this card with the creature on the top of the graveyard, unless it's another grave shifter. whatever is defeated goes to the graveyard. Since it's the first battle, the graveyard is empty, so there's nothing in the graveyard. That's why I kept it here, because it will have no effect. We will reveal the second creature. We have the bear. It has 4 health. It does 1 damage. It's a forest creature, and it has no ability. By the way, Graveshifter has base health of 2, does 1 damage, and it's undead. So how do you defeat the creatures? You can simply direct attack them with a die or number of dice. For example, I can use these 2 here to just defeat this Graveshifter. Or I can use, for example, a 3 and a 1 to defeat the bear. You can use number of dice from different adventure as well. For example, I can use a 4 and a 1, not that I need it, but for example, let's say if this was a 3, I could use a 3 from here, a 1 from. When direct attacking, these adventure are ranged, these are melee. When direct attacking, the melee one can only attack the first one. The range one can attack the first and the second one. Other thing you can do is using your ability. You can use an ability by spending a die. For example, I can use this ability here to use the effect of Giant's Bane. Or you can use an ability by exhausting it. So you exhaust it, you flip it on the other side, and you get whatever benefit that is here. Which means you can use an ability up to twice per round. Once by using a die and once by flipping. There are also some passive abilities in the game. This is the thing that you see next to them with the passive. The passive ability have their effect always active. You don't have to spend any die or exhaust them to get their benefit. Alright, let's see what I'm doing. I'm using this 4 on the Graveshifter. I have this ability Cleave, so when you use a die, if it's more than the health, you don't get the extra back. This die is exhausted. But for the warrior, I have this ability Cleave, the passive ability. It says, if you attack a creature and deal more damage than its current health, you may recover that die at the remaining value. So usually you don't get it, but because of this ability, I do get the rest of it back, so I get 2 of it back, if I can find the 2 here. Then this is defeated to the graveyard. We are still revealing 2, so I'm revealing the next. We have a skeleton. It has base health of 8. It does 1 damage. It's an undead. If a skeleton on top of the graveyard at the end of the current watch phase, at the beginning of the next watch phase, they are immediately added as the first card of the line. So you don't want to end up with them on top of the graveyard here. Otherwise, next round they will be added to the next watch phase. Alright, before I do anything else, I'm going to use this long shot. What does it tell me? Defeat one unrevealed creature card in the line. So these 4 are all unrevealed. I can choose one of them and simply defeating them without resolving or anything. Oh, that's a lucky one. It would have been an Acolyte. It's a human, 7 health, 1 damage. The reveal ability would be draw a creature and add it to the host, so we would have add one of these here. And if it gets to the first position, you search the graveyard for a summon, shuffle it back. But since it was immediately defeated, none of them matter. So let's see what I'm doing. I'm direct attacking this skeleton 1. Then I'm using my ability Curse. What does it tell me? Choose a creature that's already been direct attacked. That creature is defeated. So it doesn't matter that it's lower than that. Because of my ability, this creature is defeated. We reveal the second one. It's a Felbeast. It has 11 health, does 2 damage. It's a fire demon. If it gets to the first position, draw a creature and place it in front of the Felbeast. Limit once per watch phase. So I don't want him to get to the first position. Let's see what I'm doing. I may regret this, but here's what I'm doing. I'm using this 5 and a 7 here So it's 12, it only has 11 health. This is a range, I can attack the second one, so the fell beast is defeated. We have the Metal Golem. Ongoing, adventure cannot direct attack creatures behind Metal Golem. I'm going to attack the bear 4. So 8, because of cleave, I get this 4 back. Reveal the last creature, it's the other Metal Golem. I'm simply using all of these. So it's a 4, a 2, and a 2 to defeat this Metal Golem. Then I'm attacking this one 3 and exhausting the curse. Oh, wait. Let me take my decision back. I'm not sure if it works or not. No, I still won't have enough. So I would have done it the same way. Now I'm attacking this one 3. I'm exhausting my curse to use the ability again. So choose a creature that's already been direct attacked, that creature is defeated. So we cleared all of it, and that's the end of this watch phase. Now, in this case, we did manage to clear all of them. Let's say there was a situation that we didn't. Let's say this one was left there. If it did, it does that many damage, so 2 damage. So for the 2 damage that it does, you choose 2 of the abilities from the adventures on the watch to be exhausted. You can do it both of them from one adventure. You can use one. You can exhaust one from one adventure and one from another. You can do it in any way. Then this creature is added to the hold. That's how all rounds play. So you reveal the new card, roll your dice, choose one adventure to go to the camp. That adventure does the camp actions, then the rest of them go to the watch and try to defeat all the creatures. Except for the last round. In the last round, the first difference is that nobody goes to the camp, everybody's on the watch. Also, in the last round, you add whatever is in the hold to the back of the line. Let's say you go to the last round, you are facing 9 creatures, you draw your 9 creatures and put them here. Then you take whatever is in the hold without shuffling it and add them to the back of the line. Now, how do you lose the game? You lose the game when all adventurers on the watch have all of their ability exhausted. So first you resolve the watch phase, you resolve any damage that may happen. If at the end of resolving the damage, all adventurers on the watch have all of their abilities exhausted, you immediately lose the game. You also lose the game if you're supposed to draw an unhallowed one and the unhallowed deck is empty. How do you win the game? You win the game if you go through all locations and you finish the last location and all the creatures with at least one adventure having at least one of their abilities unexhausted. Alright, that's practically all of it. So I'm going to go to the rest of the game, but for now you should have enough information how the game works. Alright, I'm revealing the next location. We have Forgotten Graveyard. The fire goes down by 2, so it goes from 9 to 7. Each time an undead creature is defeated, it is moved to the bottom of the creature deck instead of being discarded to the graveyard. And we are facing 6 creatures. Alright, I'm rolling the dice. So we have a 1, a 3, and a 4 for the result. We have a 1, a 6, and a 7 for the warrior. We have a 3, a 5, and a 5 for the rogue. And we have a 1, a 3, and a 5 for the range. Alright, I need to send somebody to the camp. I think I sent the wizard with 2 abilities exhausted. That doesn't look good. So I'm sending the wizard to the camp. I immediately refresh one of his abilities. I think I refresh Curse. I'm using this one to scout ahead. We have a Forest Giant and we have an Ember Drake. The Ember Drake, if it gets to the first position, it gets my fire -3. I don't like that. And the Fire Giant health is increased by the next creature base health. I don't want to put both of them on bottom because then I have to scout again and see what's coming out. I think I keep, it's only 6 creatures though, I should be fine even with Ember Drake there. Yeah, I'm keeping both of them, but I'm keeping the Forest Giant on top so that the first position ability of Ember Drake doesn't hit me. I'm using this 3 to teleport, that's the special camp action of Wizard. There are the top cards of the unused location deck, look at them and then choose one of them to swap with the top card of the map deck. Return the remaining card to the bottom of the unused location deck in any order. So I draw 4 from here. So we have the Witch's Shack, we have the Remote Tavern, we have Hidden Temple, and we have Cliff Watch. I like both Remote Tavern and Hidden Temple. But Remote Tavern is a safer bet. There is a chance that with the Hidden Temple I draw an Acolyte, add something there and don't get the benefit. So I'm keeping the Remote Tavern and swap it with the top card here. Then these cards I put them in any order I want at the bottom. There I'm going to put them in this order. And they go to the bottom of the unused location. So this will be the next location we'll be facing. I have one more die left. I think I chop more votes and get this 2 blind. Alright, we go to watch phase. So I will be drawing 6 cards. So I reveal 2, we already know the first 2. So Forest Giant health is increased by the next creature in line, and Ember Drake, when it gets to the first position, the fire goes -3. Before I do anything, I'm just going to use my long shot. Oh, it says summon. So let me explain summon first. Choose one adventure to immediately exhaust one of their ability, then discard this card to the graveyard and replace it with the top card from the Unhallowed deck. So I think I'm going with the Ranger to the camp next round, so let me exhaust an ability from Ranger. I'm exhausting the Elf Senses. Then we replace it with this. Because of the long shot, so whenever you summon, you draw the next one, put it here. Because of the long shot, this still gets defeated. Because the summon doesn't get defeated, it simply goes to the graveyard like that and gets replaced by this one. Which means we would have been facing this one, but because of the long shot, this one is defeated. So we won't be facing this one. Alright, I'm going to do backstep. What does it tell me? Reveal up to 2 creatures in line and defeat one whose health is equal to or lower than the sum of the total of your dice. The sum of my total die result is 13. I'm just going to reveal these two. We have the Fire Serpent and we have another Ember Drake. I think I defeat this Ember Drake, so its health is 11. The sum of my die is 13, so I can simply defeat this one. Alright. I'm going to use Giant Bane. Until the end of this round, all dice assigned to creatures with a current health of 10 or more are doubled. So this one's health is 12, any die assigned to it is doubled, and at this point the Forest Giant health is 20. So if that changed because of the creature coming up, that changed as well, but for now any die assigned to this one is also. I'm also using Poison Blade. What does it tell me? The next 2 direct attacks made by an adventurer in the party deals +2 damage for each creature. Now I'm attacking this Ember Drake with the Ranger. The Ranger is a range adventure. I can attack the second one with it. This 3 gets doubled because of the Giant Bane, and it gets +2, +2, +2 because of the Poison Blade. So it's practically 12. It defeats this one. Now, I forgot to explain Fire Serpent. It has an ongoing ability. Fire Serpent's base health is equal to the current fire. So the current fire is 9. The Fire versus Serpent base health is 9 at this point. I still have 1 attack left from the Poison Blade. I'm going to play Smoke Bomb. Choose 1 revealed creature and treat their printed text box as if it were blank. So I'm treating this as if it were blank, which means its health becomes 0. It is defeated. With the next one, we have the Bandit. First position, Bandit is still one of the unspent die from one adventurer. So if it gets to the first position, it's going to steal 1 die. I still have 1 attack left from Poison Blade. The next 2 direct attack get that. I haven't done any direct attack after I defeated that Ember Drake. So I'm going to do another direct attack now. So I'm attacking 5. +2, +2 because of Poison Blade, so it's practically 9, defeats Bandit. And since there is no one behind the Forest Giant, its health is only 8. I'm just using these 2 die to defeat it. It's defeated. Alright. That's the end of this round. So again, whenever summon happens, you exhaust 1 ability from the characters on the watch phase and you draw the first unhallowed one. This got weird a little because I used the long shot and just got lucky with it. But usually you just swap the summon immediately with whatever is on top here. Alright, we go to the next location. We know already what it is. We have the remote tavern. It has no effect on fire. We will be facing 5 creatures and the adventurer resting in the camp. Refresh 1 additional ability. So I'm going to roll the dice. By the way, let me check what the ability here was. If undead creature move to the bottom, I don't think I see any undead creature. Just make sure that I didn't miss anything. No, I didn't. Alright. Didn't make any mistake. That's good. So I need to choose someone to send to camp. I'm sending the ranger to the camp. So I will be refreshing one ability. Because of the location effect, I'm refreshing additional ability. Now I'm using his special ability, Elfen Scout. There are top 4 cards of the creature deck. Look at them and return them to the top of the creature deck in any order. So looking at these 4. We have the Felvis. If it gets to the first position, it will draw another creature, put it there. No, thank you. The Treant is fine. If I defeat it, the fire goes up. So let me put the Treant and the Wolf on top. I'm fine with the Felvis being here. I just don't want it on the first position. And the question is, do I want to keep the Vampire or put it on... Oh, I can't put them on bottom from here. I just put it on back. I think I will be able to deal with it. It's only 5 creatures we are facing here. Alright, I have 2 more dice. I'm using one of them to equip. I'm getting Slumber instead of Elfen Senses. Have 1 more die. I can check the map. Scouting it doesn't make sense. I already know the first 4 and there's only 5 we are facing here. I wish I had a 6. I would have hit this one. I guess I chopped wood. So this goes to 11. So we'll be facing 5 creatures. I'm still revealing 2, so reveal these 2. I'm going to do the backstab, so reveal up to 2 creatures in line and defeat one whose health is equal or lower than the sum of the total of your die. The sum of my die are 12. I know this is the Felvis, so let me reveal this one so that I can reveal it. I also want to know what this is. It's a goblin. When reveal, move the goblin to the first position. So I can reveal one of these 2. Both of them has a health lower than 12. I'm just gonna defeat the Felvis. I'm going to use Poison Blade. My next 2 direct attack get +2 for each creature revealed. So I'm using this 2 to attack Treant. +2, +2, +2. That's 8. That defeat the Treant. The fire goes up by 2, which means we are revealing the 3rd creature. We have the Vampire. Steal the highest on a spell die result and set the Vampire health to that result. The highest on a spell die is 7. Oh, I should have thought about that because I know the Vampire is coming. Anyway, so the Vampire health, it stole one of my dice, so I can't use it, and the Vampire's health is now 7. I still have 1 attack left from the Poison Blade. I'm using this 2 here, +2, +2, +2, so that's actually 8. Because of Cleave, I get 1 of it back. And I should have more than enough to defeat everything. I'm using this 5 to attack the wolf. And I have like 6 and 6. I have more than enough to defeat them. Alright. using the teleportability of the wizard had worked out pretty well. It was a nice location. Also, the fact that the ranger, I could use this elfen skull and put that Felvis back also helped a lot. Okay, we go to the next location. We have a snowy path. When this location enters place, choose one adventurer to place their lowest die result and discard that die cannot be used this round. So you always reveal the next place before you roll your dice. So I'm guessing I put it right now. I could be right. Maybe I have to roll it first, then I put it here. Then the lowest die result makes more sense here because you're rolling it and then you put the lowest one here. By the way, the fire goes down by 3. I don't know. I guess I'm putting myself at disadvantage by doing it. So let me doing it first here. I'm putting the warrior dice here. Alright, I'm rerolling the dice. Straight this, by the way. Okay. Need to send someone to the camp. I think I'm sending the warrior. That's why I put the die there anyway. By the way, I can send someone twice before I send the warrior once. I can, for example, send the wizard again. I just really pick to 2, but the warrior hasn't been to the camp yet. You're allowed to do that. It's just that when you get to all 8 locations, all of them have to be in the camp at least. All of them have to be in the camp exactly twice. I think I'm sending the warrior. So, sending the warrior, I have 2 dice to use. I'm using 1 on wood axe. So, advance the fire token by 4. So, instead of +2, I get +4 on fire. I wanted to equip as well. Oh, by the way, since he went to the camp, I get to refresh one ability. Wanted to equip as well, but I think scouting is more important now. So I'm gonna scout ahead. So I'm looking at these 2. We have the bandit and the eagle. They're both fine. I guess I'm keeping them. So I guess I could have equipped, but I didn't know what would be on top. I didn't want to risk it. So we're facing 7 creatures. We are revealing 3 now. Going to use my long shot, defeat a creature. It would have been a Fae. I'm not sure if it makes sense to use my backstab. The sum of my die is 6. If I use the backstab, it's really unlikely that I get with 6 higher, 6 or lower. I'm going to use the poison blade. The next 2 attack get +2 for each revealed creature. So I'm attacking this one 1. +2, +2, +2, so 7 defeats this one. Reveal another creature. We have an acolyte. Draw a creature, add it to the horde. If it gets to the first position, search graveyard for 1 summon card and shuffle it back into the creature deck. So we first resolve the reveal one. We draw a creature, add it to the horde. If it ever gets to the first position, we have to resolve this as well. I still have 1 attack left from Poison Blade. So I'm going to attach this eagle. So it's 1 plus 2 plus 2. So it's actually 7. With the last one, we have the skeleton. I'm using this 6 to attack Acolyte. It's defeated, so it never gets to the first position. I don't have to resolve that. I want to defeat the skeleton before I defeat anything else, so I'm using these 4 and this one, so that's 12. I only need 9, so that one's defeated as well. From the ranger, I now have this passive ability Sharpshooter. Once per round, you may choose a die spent on a direct attack, reroll it, and add it to your pull-off on a spent die result. So it's only once a round, so I'm going to mark it to show that I used it. I reroll it, get it back. Now I'm using this 4 and this 4 to defeat the pen. Alright, that's the end of that round. We go to the next round. We have the last outpost, no effect on fire. Each adventurer may increase their lowest die result by +1. Rolling the dice. So we have a 2, oh by the way, this goes away, a 4 and an 8. I may increase the lowest one by 1, so I'm making this to a 3. We have a 1, 6, and the 6. I can increase this to 2. We have a 1, a 5, and the 6. Can increase to 2 as well. And we have a 1, a 2, and a 6. I need to send someone to the camp. I can send the rogue to the camp, but he has all of his abilities already. I guess I send the wizard to the camp to take advantage of the refreshing ability. So this Philip to 2. So the wizard has been to the camp twice. Can send him to the camp more this round. Oh, by the way, I could have increased to 2 as well. I don't think I did for the book. Alright, here's what I'm doing with the wizard. First thing, I'm gonna teleport. So I'm looking at the top 4 cards here. So we have the Sacred City, the White Monolith, Darkwoods, and Barren Plains. I don't like Barren Plains, so this is definitely going to be on bottom. The White Monolith, I don't like that either. So the option will be Darkwoods or Sacred City. We are facing 8 creatures. I don't think that's going to go through all of my deck that way. Oh, it's exactly 7. That's not great. Which means the Sacred City won't have much of an effect because this gets shuffled back. I don't get to use the benefit. Oh, maybe I do, because there's probably one summon here anyway. I will get a summon, I can shuffle that one. Yeah, so I'm putting the Sacred City on top because it lets me seal one on Hallowed when it enters there. Okay, so I'm changing it with this. It would have been a Goblin Cave. I'm gonna put Goblin Cave here. No, I'm gonna put it here. Don't think it will have any effect anymore where I put them, but just to be sure. And the Sacred City will be what will be facing next round. Alright, that was one of my action. I'm going to scout ahead. see what we have here. So we have a summon and we have the shade. Oh, I can put the summon on the back and do this long shot one more time. Then I don't have to deal with this Goblin Chief anymore. I think that makes some sense. Yeah, I'm putting this summon here. So I'm putting the summon on bottom and putting the shade on top. And I have one more die left. It's a 6, which means I could have healed with it, but everybody has all of their abilities already. No point in checking the map. And the wood, it's already at like 14. I think I still chop wood. Put this, it can't go over 15, it just goes to 15. Alright, we'll be facing 8 creatures. So this is 7. Whenever you run out of cards, you simply shuffle the rest and make a new creature deck. So one more here, and we're good to go. So we are revealing 3 creatures. Have the shade, ongoing shade base health is equal to 16 minus fire, so the fire is 15. It will be 1. We have another shade, and we have the zombie horde. Zombie horde health is increased by the creature's base health on top of the graveyard. Alright, we do want to get rid of this summon before it enters the game, so I'm gonna use long shot. I know this is the summon because I started ahead. So choose an adventure to immediately exhaust one of their ability, then discard this card to the graveyard and replace it with the top card from unhallowed deck. So I need one adventure to exhaust one of their abilities. I think I exhaust this slumber. Yeah, I'm exhausting this stuff. Then I switch this one with the top one here. But this one gets immediately defeated because of the effect of the long shot. So again, this would have been here and I should have dealt with it, but since it gets defeated, it goes immediately here. Alright. I think I'm gonna do my backstab as well. So I'm doing the backstab. I reveal up to 2 creatures, defeat 1 whose health is lower than the sum of my die. The sum of my dice is 10. I'm revealing these 2. We have an eagle and a wyvern. So I'm defeating the wyvern. Let me push this a little up here. Alright, that worked out well. I'm going to direct attack the shade. Itself is 16 minus 15, so only 1. From these 2 I get 1 back because of cleave. This one is defeated. The zombie horde health is increased by the base health of the creature on top of the graveyard, so in this case it's only 0. I'm going to use Throw Axe. If reveal, the second creature in line suffers 8 damage. So this one suffers 8 damage. We are still revealing 3, so I'm revealing this one. We have the Fire Serpent. Fire Serpent base health is equal to the current fire. I'm using the Smoke Bomb. choose one reveal creature, treat their printed text box as if it were blank. So I'm treating this one as if it were blank, so it says it's practically 0, it's defeated. With the last one, we have the bandit. If it gets to the first position, it just steals one unspent die from one advantage. I think I have enough to defeat all of them. I don't need to use any more ability. So I'm attacking this one 6. It has only 1 health. Because of cleave, I get 5 back. I'm attacking this one 5. Again, it's only 4. Because of cleave, I get 1 back. And I have like a million ways to defeat the bandit. Oh, by the way, the bandit gets to the first position. It steals a die. Doesn't really matter. I have like a million ways to defeat it. Okay, that's the end of this round. And we go to the next location. We have the Sacred City. We've seen that one. So Sacred City, when it enters location, first of all, the fire goes -3, so it goes from 15 to 12. We'll be facing 6 creatures, and when this location enters play, choose one Unhallowed deck to seal, then shuffle the Unhallowed deck. So we go through Graveyard, take one Unhallowed out. So whenever you seal, this goes to the bottom. So this must go to the bottom of Unhallowed deck, but because of the effect, we have to shuffle the Unhallowed deck anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But as a general rule, whenever you seal something, it goes, whenever you seal an Unhallowed one, it goes to the bottom of the Unhallowed deck. Alright, I roll the dice. Need to send someone to the camp. I think I'm gonna send a ranger so that I can just refresh one of the abilities. I think it makes sense. Yeah, so I'm sending the ranger to the camp. I'm flipping this to 2. Immediately refresh one ability. I'm using the Elven Scout, so I draw 4. Put them in any order I want. We have a Skeleton, Fae, Vampire, and Fire Serpent. Combine the Skeleton. I think I have to keep them on top anyway, because this is not a... Okay, put the Skeleton on top. Then Vampire. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. I can put this vampire on top and scout it and put it on bottom, but I don't think I care about it that much. Yeah, let me put it in this way. So I'm gonna put Skeleton, Fire Serpent, Fae, and then vampire. I think I'm happy with my ability, so I'm not going to equip. I'm going to chop firewood, so this goes to 14. Although there is a Fire Serpent coming. I don't know if it makes sense. I guess it does. And I'm also checking the map, so it's not the same as teleport, it's just checking the map normally. So I look at the top one here, choose to keep or change them. We have the Ancient Creep. If unhallowed summon here, you may search the unhallowed deck for an unhallowed card of your choice instead of taking the card on top. Fire Fetid Swamp. Every time first position creature is triggered, fire -1. No thank you, I'm keeping the Ancient Creep. This goes back here. I put the right one here, but yeah, I keep the Ancient Creep. So we'll be facing 6 creatures. I'm revealing 3. So we have the Skeleton, Fire Serpent, and Fae. I'm going to use my backstab, reveal 2 creatures in line, then defeat 1 whose health is equal or lower than the sum of total of your die. The sum of my die is 8. I'm revealing these 2 because I know this is the vampire, I don't want to reveal it yet. We have the bear and the wolf. I can defeat either of them. I'm defeating the bear. I'm playing Charge Bolt. Choose a reveal creature with base health of 8 or less. Defeat that creature. Oh no, wait. If I defeat this one is revealed. I don't want it to be revealed yet. Let me take this back. Here's what I'm doing instead. I'm using this 8 and this 7. That's 15. Because of cleave, I get 6 of it back. So this goes here, this is defeated. Now this is revealed. When revealed, still the highest unspent die result and set it the vampire, so the highest unspent die is 6. We put the vampire's health to 6. Now I do what I did. I'm using Charge Bolt. Choose a reveal creature with base health of 8 or less. Defeat that creature. I'm defeating Fae. I'm using a Smoke Bomb. Choose 1 reveal creature and treat their printed text box as if it were blank. I'm treating this as it were blank again, so result is 0. It's defeated. And I should have more than enough to defeat anything. I'm attacking this one 8 and this one 5. Everything is defeated. Alright, we go to the next location. We know already it's Ancient Creep, so the fire goes down by 3. And we'll be facing 7 creatures. If unhallowed they summon, instead of taking the top one, I can go through these and choose whichever one I want. I'm rolling the dice. So I can only send either rogue or warrior to the camp. They both have a pretty good roll, so I'm not sure which one I'm sending first. I think I send the rogue to the camp. So I'm using this 3 to scout ahead. And by the way, he would have refresh 1 ability, but he doesn't have any exhausted ability. Eagle is fine. Acolyte, I'm fine with his reveal ability. I'm not fine with his first position ability. So I'm going to keep Acolyte on top, but put it in the second position. I guess that's fine. I'm going to chop wood. And now that I don't need a heal, I keep getting 6. I guess I check map again. So I look at the top one here, the top one here. I just draw this one. Oh, I should have put this at the bottom. Sorry about that. This should have been at the bottom. I'm not supposed to draw this one. I'm drawing this one. So we have the Elven Grove, camp action, have no die requirement. We have Mountain Keep at the start of the Watchway Search graveyard for the highest health creature and place it at the end of the line. The nice thing about Elven Grove is that it's I don't have to care about the result there. Whatever I roll, I can use whatever I want here. But I will be facing 7 creatures. In the Mountain Keep, I'm only facing 5 creatures plus a creature with the highest health here. So it will be only 6 creatures. Actually not worried about the Elven Grove as much. Although with the Mountain Keep, there is a good chance something gets summoned here and we will have something with high health in the... They can get rid of it with long shot actually. Anyway. Yeah, I'm keeping the Mountain Keep. Alright. So, we are facing 7 creatures. Gonna reveal 3. Have the Eagle. We have Acolyte. When we will draw a creature, put it in the hole. And we have Forest Giant. So Forest Giant health is increased by the next creature. Base health, reveal the next creature in line if necessary. We have the Treant. Alright. I'm going to use my long shot before anything. I've defeated this bandit. I'm going to use Polymorph. Oh, I can use it this way. So, this Forest Giant base health is 8, its health is increased by the next one, so I can use the Shock. Choose a revealed creature with base health of 8 or less, defeat that creature. So this one base health is 8. Whatever is added to it is to its health, not its base health. I'm using this 6 to attack the Acolyte. And range, I can attack the second one. We reveal the next one. Goblin, when revealed, move them to the first position. Because of Sharpshooter, I can reroll this and get this die back once a turn. So 1. I'm attacking the goblins 8. defeated. Because of cleave, I get one of it back. The next one, it's the Fell Beast. I'm using Throw Axe. The second creature in line of reveal suffers 8 damage. Fire goes up by 2 because of defeating Treant. Don't want Fell Beast in the first position, so I'm attacking 8 from Ranger, 2 from the Wizard. That's 10, both of them are range. So Fell Beast is defeated, and for defeating these I have Chameleon Race. I was hoping to see a summon here so that I don't have to get the Wyvern, but it is what it is. Alright. We go to the next location. By the way, I should put this here. We have the Mountain Keep. This goes down by 2. So at the start of the watch phase, we search the graveyard, put the highest health at the end of the line. I'll get to that in the watch phase. I have to send the warrior to the camp. So that's that. I'm going to use... Oh, I have to roll my dice first. Alright, as I said, I still have to send the warrior to the camp anyway. So, first thing I do, I'm using this tree to scout ahead. We have a summon and we have the Ember Drake. If I get summoned, the Wyvern gets withdrawn. I don't want that twist. I'm going to put the summon on bottom. Put Ember Drake on top. I'm going to use this 7 to scout ahead again. We have the Metal Golem and we have the Ember Drake. The problem with Metal Golem and Ember Drake is that I can't direct attack someone here. So I think I put the Ember Drake here in the bottom, the Metal Golem on top here. Alright. Actually, last time I should have done that, put both of them on bottom. Anyway. I'm going to do Wood Axe, increase the fire by... Or do I... No, I don't want to equip, so I'm just doing this. It would be increased by 4, but the fire can't go over 50. So we'll be facing 5 creatures. And because of the fate, we go through here, find something with the highest health. This one has 10. I think the Fell Beast has the highest. Yeah, the Fell Beast has the highest health with 10. We put that face down at the end, right? Yeah, at the end of the line. So we are revealing creature. We have the Metal Golem. Ongoing adventure cannot direct attack creature behind Metal Golem. We have the Warlord. Each other creature get +2 health, and we have the other Metal Golem. Alright, I'm using my long shot to get rid of this Beast. I don't want to deal with it later. I'm using my Shock Ball, choose a reveal creature with base health of 8 or less, defeat that creature. So their health is getting +2 because of Warlord, but not their base health, so this one is defeated. So let me... I think I defeat this one. That way I can get rid of him so that it doesn't add more. I'm using the Poison Blade. The next 2 attack get +2 for each creature revealed. I'm attacking this one 6, +2, +2, +2, so that's 12. Other creature get +2, he doesn't get himself, so this one is defeated. With the last one, it's a bear. Don't want Felvis on the first position, but I can't direct attack it either. Here's what I'm doing. I'm using Polymorph. Choose a revealed creature in the line and the creature in the graveyard. Swap those creatures. So I'm gonna swap this with the creature in the graveyard. I'm gonna swap it with it. Okay. Now I'm attacking this one 8. This was 5, by the way, I changed. So this one is defeated. Because of Sharpshooter, I get one of these dice back. It's an 8. And now I have more than enough to defeat everything. I attack this one 6, this one 8, and it's over. Alright, we go to the last location. So, Forbidden Tower will be facing 9 creatures. The fire goes down by 2. Exhausting ability. Card to increase fire increases the fire by additional +1. So you can always exhaust an ability to increase the fire by 2. If it gets to 0, you have to exhaust an ability to increase the fire by 2. In this location, if you do that, it gets you 1 more. So you get +3 instead of +2. Alright, as I said, nobody's going to the camp. So let's roll the dice. And we have to get to this location with at least one ability unexhausted. It's not the greatest of roll for the rogue. Oh, I forgot what I think this was 6. I may have flipped it. I think I flipped this to, I think it was 6, but just to be sure, let me put it to 3. Alright, we'll be facing 9 creatures. The deck runs out, we have to shuffle the graveyard, make a new creature deck. So we have the 9 creature, we also draw whatever is in hold, and add it here. Okay. So we reveal 3. We have the Grave Shifter, swap this card with the creature on top of the graveyard is empty, so it doesn't matter. We have Acolyte, when we will draw a creature, add it to the Horde. So it would be going there, but the Horde is already in the game, it goes at the back. And Skeleton, if they are the last one at the top of the graveyard, next location you add them, but there will be next location. There will be no next location. So before I do anything, I'm using my long shot to defeat a creature. I think this was the summon. I'm not sure. Let me just defeat this one because I know this will be an unhallowed one. So I'm using my long shot to defeat a creature. It would have been a Hydra. I'm going to exhaust my long shot to defeat another creature. I guess I defeat this one. I'm not sure though. No, it's the Ember Drake. It's not this one. I'm using Throw Axe to defeat the Acolyte. So the second creature, if we will suffer 8 damage. Oh, this would have been the summon. So, summon, choose an adventure to immediately exhaust an ability. Then discard this to the graveyard and draw a new one. First I have to exhaust an ability. I think I exhausted Backstab. With this sum of die, there is nothing I can defeat using Backstab, so I guess I just exhaust Backstab. And we replace it with this one. So, Wyvern Rider, search the graveyard for all Wyvern, move those creatures in the line immediately behind Wyvern Rider. So we go to the graveyard, there is no Wyvern here, so that has no effect. I'm going to exhaust Throw Axe to use its ability again and defeat this skeleton. Reveal the next one, it's the Fire Serpent. I'm using a Smoke Bomb to treat it text as if it has no effect, so it health is 0, it's defeated. Reveal the next one. Zombie Horde, its health is increased by the base health of the creature on top of the graveyard. I'm using Shark Board, choose a reveal creature with base health of 8 or less, that creature is defeated. We have Fae. I'm using Poison Blade, the next 2 direct attack get +2 for each creature revealed. I'm attacking this Wyvern Rider 7 +2 +2 +2, so that's 13. That is defeated. I get this die back because of Sharpshooter. It's a 4. We have the Shade. I don't mind the fire going down by 1, so let me defeat the Grave Shifter. So I'm attacking the Grave Shifter. It health goes down. Health is 3. Its health is 2. I'm attacking it 3. So because of Cleave, I get this back. This one is defeated. This gets to the first position. The fire goes -1. I'm attacking the phase 6. Its health is 5, so I get 1 of it back. Oh, by the way, before I do that, I should have revealed this. If Ember Drake gets to the first position, fire goes -3 and I have to exhaust them. Now I would have done that and reveal the next one. It's the Wolf. I'm going to attack Ember Drake 2. I'm exhausting the curse to use its ability. It says choose a creature that's already been direct attacked. That creature is defeated. And we have the bear. I think I have enough to defeat everything. Let me see. I'm going to exhaust Shock Bolt to defeat a creature with health of 8 or less. So defeating this. I'm attacking this one 7. Attacking this one 1. I think this was here. I still have enough. It's 16 -12, so 4. I have 1, 1, and 2 here, and another die there. That's enough to defeat. And that's it. That's the end of the game. So we checked, we went to all locations, and we have at least one adventure with at least one ability unexhausted. And that's a win. So that's it. That's Set a Watch. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope the explanations were clear enough. And I hope you can start playing the game and enjoy the game as well. So until next time, happy gaming.